Oh. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, I don't know what that was. Hi. Look at that. We went 11 minutes early. 11 minutes. Hopefully it's working because there's a lot of weird stuff going on. It looks like we're live. Everything looks fine, but there's I just had issues today with YouTube itself. So hopefully we're good. And when we get down there, can somebody give me an audio video chat? Myrtle, my friend, hello. Eduardo was first. Hello, Eduardo. Kevin, what's going on? Finally a reason to not work. Glad I could fulfill those. Gina, there's Gina. Thank you, Myrtle. Let's see. Huawei was second. No, third. Huawei was third. Lando was fourth. Hi, everybody. Good to see you, Eduardo. Hopefully you're doing okay. I mean, I know we don't get to see you in the daytime too often, so hopefully you're not homesick or anything, but it's good to see you. Hi. And Gina. Thank you so much, Gina. Again, let's show this off. Stephen P. I'm having a really good day so far. I'm feeling good. I feel like my old self. But look at this. Gina said she was sending me Swiss rolls. Oh, god damn, it's heavy. That's more than Swiss rolls. She sent me like one of everything. she said there was it felt silly to send just Swiss rolls. Damn, that hurt my arm. It's heavy. But that was very cool of you, Gina, and thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I probably won't do Snarf or Barf with those because they're pretty much, common, except for Scotty. Scotty didn't know them. But I've eaten all of those things numerous times. Love Swiss rolls. So, you're on a mini spring break. Gotcha. Yeah, I think the kids here have their spring break coming up soon. My daughter works at the high school now, so I think she was saying something about that. Like next week, I think they have their spring break. Sugar Rush box. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got to be careful. Michelle, when she saw it, she goes, "You don't need that." I was like, I know, but I like it. Robert Reed, good morning. Hello, sir. And John McKenzie, what's up, my friend? It's good to see you, John. Hope Boston is doing okay today for Boston. All of those things are brand new food items for Scotty. Yes. And ho-hos are good. And ding-dongs, back in the day, and of course the name, obviously, he said ding-dong. But back in the day when they were in tinfoil, the ding-dongs were like a little cake, and it was moist, and they were good. And now they're just dry, and they're just small hockey pucks, and they're boom, They're just not that good. Ho-hos are definitely good, though, Kevin. I agree with you. And those are meant to be treats, not Snarf or Barf. Good, because I wasn't going to share them with anybody. I did say I'd share them. Today we're going to have a pork chop. We're going to have one of Chattanooga Ed's pork chops. DJ Guppy Fish, what's up, Sal? Life been hectic. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a little bit. All the hostess taste better in foil. Kevin, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Can you combine a ding-dong with a ho-ho? I try every Saturday night. I mean, that's all that I'm allowed, I would prefer it to be, I'm a daily guy myself, but, we make compromises. Cam, I'm trying to open this up. There she is right there. Speaking of ho-hos, hi, Michelle. Buenos dias. Hi, it's good to see you, Michelle. Hope you're having a good day. Damn, he wrapped this one good. I'm having trouble getting into this. Should I choose some tinfoil too? Does that bother people? That's something I know bothers some people that does not bother me. The tinfoil. Like I've seen people freak out when other people chew tinfoil. Okay, we've got, what do we got here? Yep, just like all the other ones. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this one has 6. This one has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 of them. Yuck. So, and for people who don't know, This is what it looks like. Again, I have a problem. This says 7 on it. I have a problem with popsicle sticks. I have not. These aren't been horrible for me, though. There was a couple of times they've been bad, but Ed specifically made these on one of his streams and sent them to me. And it's random stuff dipped in chocolate. Random food items. There's been Starburst. There's been Bean Boozled things. There are definitely some beans in this, but there's also some other stuff that I have no idea. I'm still not seeing the one that he... Oh, no. This is it right here. This is the one. I think this is the one. What's up, Jay? Just different shapes. What is... Oh, ding dong and ho ho. Empaths. I almost unsubscribed. Sorry, Kevin. This might be the one that Ed said that was really disgusting. It looks sort of, it's got like a fish shape. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, no, Coral. And friggin' Ed, during the stream on Saturday night where I did some of these, tried some of these, Ed and Skipper were with me. We do a Saturday night stream, the 3 of us, on different channels, on one of the 3 channels each Saturday night. Ed kept chewing on the damn, he had a popsicle stick there and he kept chewing on it. And that was the worst. That was even worse than me touching these by far. It was horrible. And he kept doing it. The gagging was real. He kept doing it. He just kept doing it. I almost kicked him off the stream for good. Good morning, Matt. So is the wood of the tongue depressor? If there was one made of plastic, would it bother you? Oh, yeah, it's definitely the wood. Yeah, it's sort of that texture of the wood. See, I think these aren't so bad for me because you can't see it, but they're relatively smooth, right? And it's not that I'm worried about splinters or anything like that. And it's not that, but a lot of like the tongue depressors, you know, they're not so smooth. So it's definitely the texture of the wood that gets to me. Do they have a strong flavor? We're going to save this one for last because I feel like this is the one that he told me that was really gross. So we're going to save that one for last. We'll do some of these in a little bit. We'll wait for some more people to come in. There's only 16 currently, so hopefully we'll get more people. But, you know, it's that time of the year. At least for me, numbers have been dropping quickly. So I think we'll, instead of waiting for like 40 people or 50 people, we'll wait for like 30. So DIY food is acceptable, Jay, for certain people. I know that sounds horrible, but certain people... because you know, some people I don't know at all, and I'm not going to eat something that somebody just randomly sends me that they made themselves. Now, could they have... what do we got? What is it? Damselfish. Oh, I think a lot of people have caught that one, right? Did he catch it? Oh, nope, it's still out there. I mean, people could easily do things to the food before they send it to me. I mean, there's a high level of trust I'm putting in this with most people. But I don't know. Like Jay, Jay, you DIY food from you, definitely. DIY food from Eduardo, no. Just kidding, Eduardo. Yeah. If you wear gloves, does it make it better? You know what? I don't know, Gina. I rarely wear gloves. Good job, Lando. Got your first one? Nice. I've never worn gloves while eating a popsicle or dealing with anything like that. I don't wear gloves very often at all. It doesn't matter how cold it is, unless I'm going to be spending some extended time outside. I don't wear gloves. Believe it or not, the cold is really good for my hands when they hurt. When the RA is bad and my hands are red and swollen, the cold makes them feel better. believe it or not. So Coral's going to send me some. Where would it go? There it is. A bag of chocolate rocks, but mixed in with real rocks. I'm going to be like toothless. Well, that's coming anyways, right? But Kelly Foreman. Good morning, Kelly. Did I miss anybody coming in? I don't think so. So we'll try these in just a little bit. I can tell already that some of these are Bean Boozled. We've got 2 of them here that are Bean Boozled. And the bad thing about the Bean Boozled with the chocolate is the chocolate really just overpowers whatever the flavor is of the Bean Boozled 100%. That you can't even tell what the flavor is supposed to be, if it's a good one or a bad one. The only one that is really, there's been 2 that have snuck through, and I don't even remember what the one was. It was very bitter. But the dirty bandage snuck through. Found out 40 shrimp will bring on gout for me, however 30 won't. And that's tough, right? Because I like, if you're like me, you love shrimp. J-Rock, good morning. Hello, sir. Yeah. And I don't know that I have gout. I don't know that it's affected by that. I honestly don't know, because gout and the RA symptoms a lot of times are very, very much alike. But I love fish. I love seafood. I love, like tinned fish. Excuse me. You jinxed me, J-Rock. I was doing fine, and then I started coughing. I am. I'm having a good day today. I feel I've got energy. I feel decent. I feel good. It's a good day, and it's beautiful outside. It really is. It's beautiful, beautiful outside. It's only in the 50s, but man, it is just gorgeous. So there was a heavy fog on the lake this morning, but a little bit of the way out. Oh, that says 48. This says 50. Yeah, close enough. 2 degrees. Look at tomorrow, almost 60 degrees. There was a fog that started right about here. I know the zoom isn't great, but right about, there's a white line below the horizon that you can barely see. That's like a shallow, it's almost like a sandbar. And the fog was out close to that. So it was, I don't know, it just looked so cool because you couldn't see the horizon, but you could still see the lake. So just the depth of it and everything was really cool. It's beautiful out today. I mean, I was out just my t-shirt and my Batman pajama pants, taking Wally for a walk, and it was comfortable. 50 degrees is comfortable for me. Tinned fish is very nutritious. So there's a lot of TikTokers I watch that do the tinned fish. I watch a lot of food TikTokers. I really do. Like the cheese one. Bears didn't sign Wilkinson, so I think Bills are the team for me. I will never go away from the Bears. I will stop watching football before I leave my Bears, Kevin. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. They did pick up that one strong safety. I forgot what his name was. Even though he's past his prime, he's still pretty damn good. It's so hard to say what they're going to do, but it doesn't open up here for agency for a while. Are we sure the cheese lady isn't making fetish content? That's I don't know. Maybe that if you're trying to dissuade me, then that's not going to work, because if fetish content and cheese content, then then you got me. The cheese lady, though, yes, that's who I was going to talk about. My favorite cheesemonger, Madeline, on TikTok is now over here on YouTube. I put her on the community tab. I put her link. And if you guys are into cheese making or discovering new cheeses and stuff, she focuses mostly on American cheese makers, not American cheese. That's something that bothers me, too, because so many people from other places think American cheese is a great example. They think American cheese is the kind of cheese we have. That's what Americans have for cheese, and it's just not true. There's so many amazing cheese makers throughout the country, all over the place. We have access to so many good cheeses here, and but anyways, she's my favorite. She's her name is Madeline. She does a great job of explaining a lot of stuff about the cheeses that she shows, when she does pairings, what it goes good with. And she talks a lot about cheeses from America. Some of her favorite ones are there in Indiana by you, Kelly. Maybe not by you, but they're in Indiana. And she's turned me on to a lot of, let me finish. She's turned me on, back to the fetish thing. To a lot of places that I never would have heard of, in any other way. So if you enjoy learning about cheese making, if you enjoy just everything about cheese, check out Madeline. Again, her link is on my community tab. Okay, enough of the cheese selling. Hi, Laura. Good morning. Good morning. Or afternoon, I guess. It is. It's 4 minutes afternoon. 4 minutes after the top of the hour. Heather Green is back into the top. Heather Green has got ahead of Steven. American cheese does melt good. Yeah, it's got its place. American cheese definitely has its place. But anything that's really made by corporations is shit. Especially when it comes to food, right? You're not going to get good food from corporations. It just doesn't happen, all of the good stuff is made by the businesses and the small mom and pops, not these massive corporations that use fillers and everything and make the cheapest possible product to get their shareholders the most bang for their buck. You're just not getting anything good from a corporation. But yeah, it's amazing how much good cheese is out there. Actually, more cheese than plastic, unlike margarine. There is some plastic in a lot of those American cheese slices, though, like the Kraft slices, right? They do have food grade plastic, because that's why those slices don't really melt. They just sort of warp, I'll eat butter by the handful. Don't give me margarine. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My old boss from years and years ago, my old boss had, when he was a kid, he would eat butter. He would eat butter, just a stick of butter. He loved it when he was a kid. I was like, oh, how could you just into a bite of, a chunk of butter like that, All right, so, we still only have 21. That's probably what we're going to get today. Again, numbers are way down. I did get my plants from Jenna P. and Stephen P. If you're a member on their channel, they send out plants when they can. They don't do it every month. They don't do it for everybody every month. They do it as they can. They have a lot of members, so it's hard to send plants to everybody. But they have you fill out a form telling what you would like and stuff. And they sent me some really cool stuff. Some of it's still floating here. That's all that I haven't put in the. I haven't planted yet. But the two crypts, I put one in here and one in the 55. And then the starts with a B. Starts with a B. Trying the tip of my tongue. Bulbitis. The bulbitis. Thank you, Stephen. I got it right when you said it. Bulbitis. I put the bulbitis in here, and then that. The crypts are in both here. So thank you again, Stephen and Jenna. And probably the coolest sticker out there, because that's all the fish from that What the Fish season, right? And it's colored. That's an amazing job on that. I know you can't really see it, but that's amazing how the colors and stuff were lined up, and just a great job on that. It's very cool. So that's a sticker, and these are magnets. And there's I think this might be one of the things that Stephen and I first talked about was the Pseudomugil illuminatus. That might be the very first conversation we had, maybe. I don't know, because he showed some of these, and I just absolutely loved them and had to get some. And then I lost them all when that tank died. And then, of course, we got, Sea Bishop. Still looks like a corn cob with legs. So, I made a short and I said membership done right. And I really believe that. I really believe that is the way to go about doing memberships. They give back to their members. That's a good way to do it. So thank you, Jenna and Stephen. I really do appreciate the plants and the stickers and magnets. Shady Grady's here. Hello. There's John, my fish tanks. Hello, hello. We got the salmon. I wish Pseudo Miguel's lived longer. I've gone through another batch of Luminata since then. Yeah. And I lost most of mine. I think I had one left who survived when that tank that was up here blew the seam and it just drained all the water. There was a little puddle right in the middle where I have just a handful, there was like 1 or 2 bumblebee gobies and just a handful of different Pseudomigills, because I had all the different Pseudomigills in one tank. I have 3 different kinds: the Gertrude, the Luminatus, and the Fricatus, all 3 in that tank. And I had just a couple of, I think I had maybe 5 left, and they're in this this tank over here in the corner now. So, Krita for drawing. I haven't never heard of that one. Krita, Krita. 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 Let's do this. Let's do one. Let's do one. Let's do one. Hold on, I gotta click a button. I lost a black ruby barb this weekend. Again, didn't look bad or anything. Even his body looked, he was nice coloration. There was nothing. I've had them for going on 4 years. It's going to be 4 years this summer. And I got them, I don't know how old they were when I got them. So they're probably somewhere close to 5 years old, the black ruby barb. So maybe it just aged out. I looked for that cheese at my local food co-op. I didn't see it. Next time I'll go to the Kroger. Nice. Well, you got to let me know if you do get it, and if you do, if you like it and stuff, Kelly. Some of those cheeses Madeline shows are so interesting because their rind is made out of like flowers and stuff. It's just amazing. Okay. Oh, Krita is free too. That's my favorite price. All right. You can tell these are being boozled. Marky Mark, what's up, Xanadude? Tonight there is no focus on, but see, that's what does it. It turned in my hand, and so my hand rubbed it. It moved on the stick, and that's what gets me. It just turned weird, and it rubbed on my fingers. There is no focus on tonight, but on Chattanooga Ed's channel, Dungeons and Dragons, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mark, Xanadude, will be the Dungeon Master. And I'm not sure who's all playing tonight. He said that people are welcome to join, so if you've never played D&D, or if you have and you want to, make sure. Paper towel to act as a barrier. But that takes away the fun, right? Don't feed them weird stuff, just send sticks. Yeah, Laura. Okay. All right, here we go. Yep, being boozled. No idea. No idea. Little bit of flavor there at the end. It tasted like an apple or something. No idea, though. The chocolate totally... So this is not a good idea. Unfortunately, well, I mean, there was no way for Ed to know. Unfortunately, this is not a good idea because the chocolate totally overpowers whatever the bean is. You cannot taste the bean at all. Hold on, I got to click some buttons over here real quick. It's got to be a super, super strong flavor in order to break through the chocolate. And again, the chocolate's just milk chocolate, right? It's not super strong flavor or anything. It's not. Yeah, chocolate tastes good. Yeah, Eduardo. And like Myrtle said, chocolate masked a lot of flavor, yeah. Yeah, no idea. Hi, Dennis. What's up, Dennis? No idea what that is. Here, let's try this one. Oh shit. I just got melted chocolate on my keyboard. I guess I shouldn't put that on there. Let me here, I can put them over here. This one melted just a tiny little bit on the end. You can't even see it. Oh yeah, my keyboard's running, my laptop's running pretty hot. I got the fan turned on all the way, but I haven't cleaned out the fans in a little bit. Maybe I need to do that. It's running pretty warm. Okay, just lick it. No, can't do it, Eduardo. No, I threw it away. I can't go that far with it. Chocolate jelly bean covered in chocolate. It could have been. It could have been. Okay, so I don't know what this one is. I don't think we've had this one yet. The shape of it doesn't look familiar, so this might be a new one. No idea. Oh. Oh. I think it's one of those circus peanuts. Not circus penis. What would be a circus penis? I mean, do you make balloon animals? What's circus penis? Does it use a trapeze? I don't know. Circus penis. I think it's a circus peanut. I think that's what it is. Circus penis. Myrtle. Nancy B. Hi. Bojo throw at the basement. Gina. Foot massager. Wow, nice. Bozo throw at the base. Why? Why not go flick that bean? So the chocolate did something weird to that. If that was a circus penis, peanut, if that was a circuit peanut, I can't say it. Circus peanut. Circus peanut. See, it's ruined now. Circus peanut. If it was one of those, the chocolate changed like the density of it. You know how there's sort of it's sort of like a stale marshmallow a little bit. This was not. It was packed. It was dense. So it was more. I don't know. It was, and it just dissipated super quick. Super quick. Look at all that wasted chocolate, but I can't get to it. Look, you see my teeth in it? Do you see where it did not touch the wood? Right? I went right, you know, there's still chocolate between my teeth and the wood. Uh-oh. It's me. It's me, a Mario. Someone has circus penis on the brain. Circus penis. That's funny. All right. Let's go with this guy here. Oh. Circus penis to go with the G spot. Or maybe that's a 6. It could be, I think it's a 6. When you look at it here, it looks like a G, but when I look at it there, it looks like a 6. What's up with that? Congratulations for catching me, Myrtle. You caught me a long time ago. Oh, Myrtle. Hold on. I'm doing stuff over here on this laptop while while I'm working while I'm doing this. Okay. I think this we've had before. The shape of it looks familiar. I think the other one might have been a starburst. Just went back to HBO back in the day after I... Yeah. Don't go to the circus with Rico. Okay. Kitty, kitty. Hi, Killer Kitty. Fish dreams, hello. Hello, hello. This is pretty good. I don't know what this is. It's, it almost looks just like sugar in the middle. And there's a brownish cookie around the edge. But it tastes pretty good. It might be marshmallow, Killer Kitty, but it's, you know, it's got that brown around the edge, so it's like cookie. It doesn't really look like marshmallow. Jeff Kane is here. Where's Jeff Kane? How did I miss Jeff? Where the hell is he? I can't see him. Bullseye. I don't think it's one of the taffies because it's the consistency. There's Jeff. That's weird. How come I couldn't see you earlier? He said hi to you, but I couldn't see you. And then now I see you. Maybe it was farther up. So the texture of it is very light and airy. Like a cowtail, but not long. You might be right. Yeah, you might be right. There we go. Yeah, I think Kevin's got it. It's good. It's really good. I really like this. Like, it's really good. That's really, it's the weird, the chocolate with the inside part of it, the white powdery part or whatever it is. Maybe it's cocaine. That part is really good. I like that part. I like the cocaine. Maybe we can clean the house. We should go outside. Want to go outside? Let's go for a walk. Actually, cocaine doesn't really do that to you. That would be crystal meth. Cocaine's a little bit more, I don't know, it's different. Anyways, it dissipates like super quick. All right, I got to try and get all that off there. I don't want to waste it. Still, the chocolate saved me. Can't wait to get to the cat litter covered in chocolate. It better not, because it's supposed to be legitimate food items. So if I ever get something that I'm not supposed to eat, I will be, well, you'll see the angry me that you've never seen before. There's a big chunk of chocolate on the bottom of that, but there's no way I'm getting to it. There's no way I'm getting to it. Okay, this is going really quick. Hold on, I need to get a drink. That one was good. I like that one. So far, the spicy, crunchy Cheeto. What are those called? What's the name of those? I forgot. Chicken. Chocolate-covered chicken? Gross, Michelle. Send me pickles made in battery acid. Ghost pepper covered chocolate. Yeah, I would do that. Sure. The thing is, I need to know, though. I need to know. You don't have to tell me that it's ghost pepper, but when it comes to something like that, I need to be aware of that. It's something that is super hot. That I need to be aware of. You know, I know what you're saying, Michelle. I know what you're saying. Flaming hot Cheetos. That's it. Thank you, Jenna. Those I really liked. The chocolate club covered flaming hot Cheeto was delicious. I really, really like that. Still think it's the grandma taffy version of Cowtail. It could have been. I honestly don't know, but the consistency of it was not taffy. Like I said, the outside was a little bit like a cookie, and the inside was almost just basically powder, like sugar. A little bit creamier, so almost like an Oreo, the Oreo stuff. Yeah. Actually seemed to be much more comfortable with the sticks. You know what? I haven't had much of an issue with the sticks the whole time. The worst, that was the very first one when my teeth, like, when my teeth, are on the stick, on the very first one, you guys could hear it. And then watching Ed chew on it. Those were the worst. Hi, Melvin. What's up, Melvin? Hope you're having a good day there in Pittsburgh. Okay, we got 3 left. I'm sweating. I got the window open. It's 48 degrees, and I am sweating. Did Ed send a key for numbers on the sticks? No, and he couldn't remember either what they were. He had to try and find it. He lost the paper that told us what it was. So these ones are all numbered. The other ones were all lettered. Excuse me. The other ones were all letters, and these are all numbers. Just slow down a minute. Oh. It's not this stuff. It's just the coffee. And I'm okay. I'm good. Taking it day by day, Melvin says. That's all you can do, my friend. That's all you can do. So make it through another day. All right. I don't know why I'm sweating. I think too animated. Just got to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel fine. I feel great. It's just all of a sudden the coughing, and then I'm just really, really, it was the cocaine. My cocaine. That's what Michael Caine is saying every time he says his name. He's saying my cocaine. Can't stop saying that. I'm gonna get it demonetized, aren't I? Oh well, I lose out on that 30 cents. All right, this is another Bean Boozled. You can tell, obviously. And this is number 5 for people playing along at home. Yeah. Nothing. I got the texture of the bean. That's all I got. Just the texture of the bean and chewiness. No flavor at all. There's Whip. What's up, dude? Hope you had a good weekend, sir. We didn't talk at all this weekend, did we? Hi. Hope you had a good weekend. Hopefully it was busy in a good way. I know you took a little bit of a trip somewhere, a little road trip. All right, let's finish this one off. Oh, all right, I'm gonna cheat. I'll leave it on there for a bit. You have me on your pay no mind list. No, I didn't get any messages from you. Oh, there was a little bit of flavor there at the end. After the chocolate was gone. After the chocolate's gone. Yeah, I didn't get a message from you. Friday was the last one. Make me feel bad. The phone works. That is true. That is true. I did not send you a message. That is true. That is 100% true. Yep. I thought about it last night, actually. Said, man, I haven't talked to Whip in a few days. I cheated. Nice. Money. I like money. I like money. Sorry, clicking buttons. Give me just a minute here. Well, we just got home. What were you doing? Who said you could leave the house? And Gina said this foot massager was the best decision I have made in a long time. I don't know if I could have somebody massage my feet. Feet are so gross. I think feet are disgusting. I'm glad Michelle and I both have that in common. We both do not like feet. Because that would suck if like one of us had a foot fetish and the other one was disgusted by it. So, that works out well. My feet hurt so bad when I get home from work. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, it's a machine. Oh, okay. Oinky! Hi, neighbor. Looks like I can schedule streams through StreamYard. Yep. And then grab onto that stream from OBS if I change my mind. Yes, sir. Yes, that's how I always do it. That's how I always do it. I always schedule them in Talk Studio and then use OBS to actually grab it. Yeah, just like you said. That's how I always do it. Just because I like it better than setting up the stream in OBS or on YouTube itself. I like the extra little bits that they have in Talk Studio. Yeah, and like you said, it's that's how I always do it too, all 5 times. It just gives you that extra choice too. It's there on that platform if you do decide to use it. Oh, no. Well, see, the thing is, once you're in here, right? Once you're in OBS and once you've started it, then it's difficult. Then you can't go back, right? Once you started it here, if you go back to the other stream, it's going to start. It's all messed up then, right? So you can schedule it and create it in any of those tools as long as it actually creates it on YouTube, and then OBS will see it in your list of choices. But once you start it here in OBS, I don't think it works correctly when you bring it into, if I just shut OBS and went into Talk Studio and tried to start the stream, I don't know if it would just pick it up or if it would try to create a new one or what it would do because the stream has already started. I think it would probably depend on how OBS closed it. Like if it closed it and left it open, then the Talk Studio would probably be able to connect to it and let you just pick up and keep going. So I think there's a lot on the plate. There's probably a lot of testing to do to see which way it does it. In my mind, it's not worth it. You're not allowed to make fun of my fear of spiders if you can't scrape chocolate off a stick with your teeth. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because you're afraid of Daddy Long Legs. One of the best decisions I ever made was installing a bidet. Gotcha. I view feet like I view elbows. They're just a body part. But I don't know. Feet are just gross. That's just gross. Killer Kitty went to Fanboy Expo this weekend and got to meet the voices of Fry and Hermes from Futurama. Nice. Also, the guy who voices Hermes is the same guy in Pulp Fiction, gets shot and in the car accident. In the car by accident. In the car. You did it like Hermes would say it. In the car. In the car. I can't do that voice. I know Ed wanted to go to that expo and he wasn't able to. I think he was talking about it. Maybe that's not the right one. But that's pretty cool that you got to meet them. To be fair, are much scarier than popsicle sticks. That's true. That's true. And it's not a fear. It's not a fear of popsicle sticks. Look, I'm touching the popsicle stick. It's the texture thing. So it's not a fear. It's a whole different thing. It's not a fear. It's a, you know, I mean, I've eaten spiders, all right? So suck it, Michelle. See, I'm touching them. I'm 8 to 8. This looks familiar too. I think we've had this one before. Hold on, I got to click some buttons over here. I have a fear of tight spaces. Well, most tight spaces. At least you didn't put moist tight spaces. Circus penis. Okay, here we go. Mint. It's mint. It's a junior mint. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, that's a junior mint. That's delicious. It's just chocolate covered chocolate. Minty chocolate. That is really good. That is really good. Junior mints dipped in chocolate. Delicious. Very good. All right. All right, here we go. There's a lot of chocolate on there. I'm going to scrape, okay? I don't know, Whip. I've heard that same thing that you said, and I never looked into it. I feel like I did look into it one time, and it wasn't true. But I don't know. I don't know. I've heard that same exact thing, but I don't know the truth of it. The elevator at the class messed with me? Really? Even with the windows and stuff. When I was young, I had a weird fear of tall people. Wow, that is a big fly. Come here. Come here, fly. He is huge. That is a big fly. All right, here we go. I'm gonna scrape the stick. Don't scrape your stick. It didn't really scrape too much. It is really on there. Oh, the windows that bother me in combo with the movement. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I can't even scrape it on there. I can't. Special grand jury duty notice for 6-month window. No, just received one beginning 3/26 running through. Need to report Tuesdays and Thursdays. No, it must be a big deal. Stephen Fly. Okay. We're down to the last one, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that Ed said was really gross. Like, he said there was, it is sort of fish-shaped, you know? You see that sort of got a tail. He said there was a little piece of it on the counter, and as he was cooking stuff, and he was eating a little piece of chocolate, and he accidentally ate it, and it was disgusting. So I don't know what it is. I'm afraid of heights, so the elevator's glass on the side mess with me a lot. I wonder what my fears. I know I have fears. I'm afraid of a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to think of what they are. Michelle, help me out here. What am I afraid of? besides leaving the house. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have fears. I'm just drawing a blank right now of what I'm, like really afraid of, especially things that are not common fears. Wood in your mouth. But again, it's not a fear. It's a, not a fan of heights. Yeah, but I've been up on the roof and stuff. I mean, I'll do that. Is this the fish that jumped out of Ed's aquascape? Uh-oh. Strangers, cats. Strangers don't bother me. I like strangers. Cats don't bother me. Birds I love. Strange smells. Are these all yours, Coral? Strange smells. Popsicle sticks, tongue depressors, doctors say. Lando caught another one. The one chip challenge. Michelle said there was another one too last night. I think it was a salty one. She just saw like a salty chip challenge or something. I don't fear it. I mean, I did it, right? I could do it again, but I know that it's painful. I mean, it's pain. Pain is a constant friend, right? I mean, I have a lot of pain every single day. I don't have a day that goes by that I don't have quite a bit of pain. So it's just a different type of pain. There's got to be stuff that I'm afraid of. I know there is. I'm just not, I got stream brain, so I'm just not thinking of it. All right, let's do this. So I believe this is the one that that Ed said was disgusting. I can't get into it. Peas and haps. Is it Vegemite? It's on there. I don't know that I'll be able to get this off. I might have to break this off. It's It's okay. We're not the doctors, so you have to convince us. What do we talk about? Fears? MNC, what's up? I can't get to this. It's like turned into like it's just solid. I can't break into it. I'm gonna have to get a knife or something. And here we go. Let's try this. Okay, unfortunately, it came off of the. So I don't know what it is. The little bit that I could taste, because it turned it into, it's like almost like a rock. It was almost like a Vegemite or something. But I think the hot chocolate, it did something to the consistency of it. I have no clue what this is. It's not good. I can't even chew it. It is so... Shady Grady, yeah. I don't even use chopsticks. I don't use chopsticks at all. I never have. But I mean, they have plastic and metal and all different kinds of ones. Any types of characters you're afraid of, like clowns, mimes? No, nothing like that. That's funny, Gina. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but it is. I sometimes have to go up on the roof for a place to work, and it's not always an issue. Afraid someone may push me like I'm... Gotcha. And yeah, heights aren't my favorite, but if I wasn't in pain, I would assume I was dead, right, MNC? Before my dad's fiance passed away, talked about medical history. Afterwards, she inquired, is there anything I'm afraid of? Responded with Ewan's quote, a cage. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. He was on vacation last week, so Sunday night I put an inflatable Peep in his chair from the return to this morning. You know, we did... I went on vacation when I worked at the chemical place. I was a web developer for a chemical company in about 2004 or so, sometime around there. And I went on vacation, and somebody put their leftover lunch in my office, like on the first day. So when I came back, it stunk really bad. And I found it was my boss. My boss did that. There was a styrofoam container. I don't remember what it was. It was chicken or something, but it smelled really bad. And he just put it underneath my desk. So I put fish in his office when he went on a 2-week vacation on the first day. And I hid it. It was up under his desk. He had a metal desk, a wooden top, obviously, but metal drawers and stuff. And I put it up underneath so he couldn't find it when he came. And it was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I won that one. So again, this is what it looks like. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea. It smells like chocolate, chicken. It smells like chocolate. It's got a fishy taste to it. Is it fish food that somehow the chocolate is like combined or something? I did not get fired. He started it. My boss was a friend of mine. Yeah, we were good friends. We hung out outside of work and stuff from time to time. He was a younger kid. A super good guy. He was one of my favorite bosses I ever had. We used to mess around all the time. Sometimes he'd come into my office like on a Friday, and we'd talk for 2 hours about nothing, not get any work done, just hang out and talk. And I have no idea what this is. I'm trying to figure it out. Rapashi, maybe? It could be something. Whatever it is, it does have a fishy flavor. So if it is like a fish food, it's something that's got a lot of fish meal in it. I'm going to continue eating it because that's part of it. I can't just throw it away. But also, I got to know what it is. Did it get away? It got away from Myrtle, or from Eduardo. So now that I've gotten some of the edge of it, it's softer there. It's salty. Congrats, Gina. It's salty. Has a fishy sort of flavor to it. I cannot place it. Have you talked to Ed today, Oinky? We wish we knew what it was. Dr. Awesome is here 10 minutes before I have to teach my second class of the day. How many classes left? You only got a few left, right? Dr. Awesome? And hi. You've only got a few classes left, right? I mean, the I thought you retired after this what's the word I'm looking for? God damn it. Semester. 6 weeks left in the semester, and then you're done, right? Done. It's like a fish jerky. It's like a fish jerky. It looks like a scab. It's a scab. That's what it is. It's a fish scab. It's softened up. I don't know what it is, but I'm eating it. It is. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like a fishy jerky. It's not bad. I sort of like the flavor. It's not strong. It's not like an overpowering fish type. Fish jerky for fishy jerks, right? Freeze-dried fish, maybe? It's not a good combination with the chocolate, though. The chocolate makes it worse, but when I got all the chocolate off that piece, it was actually not bad at all. This one's got a little bit of chocolate on it. All right, you guys, some of you know what it was. Can you tell me? I have no idea what that was. It wasn't horrible, though. I mean, Ed made it sound like it was going to be just disgusting. Of course, you know, my palate. I like a lot of different flavors. I like a lot of different flavors. All right, let's try and get some of the chocolate off of there. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that, Oinky. He had just a sort of a checkup. Well, that was that's it. That's all. That's all. I still have 2 packages left from Ed of different stuff. And I think that one might have been the one that he said was the worst. But I honestly, whatever that was inside of it, Stephen, are you still here? Stephen might know. Matt probably knows. I think Matt and Stephen. No. Dr. A, no, will not. I did a little bit. Little bit of tongue depressor in your mouth. Sorry, button clicking. Was not bad, whatever that was. Stephen doesn't remember now. Man, I want to know what it is. And if that was the one that he was talking about. I'm pretty sure it was fish-shaped. But I sort of liked it. You know, at first it was bad. The chocolate and whatever that is together, disgusting. But once I sucked all the chocolate off, then it was good. Then it tasted fine. It was again a very mild, sort of salty, fishy, jerky type thing. Oh, what's his name? Eric Carmen died. All by myself. Wasn't that the guy? Isn't that what he sang? Wasn't that his biggest hit? Everything is better once it's been sucked off. Yeah, he passed away, Eric Carmen. It's, you know, when you get to a certain age, though, you're surprised that people are still alive. You know, all the people from your from when you were, you know, a young person. I would say kid, but it wasn't a kid, but just a young person. You know, you know, they're usually all gone once you reach a certain age, which is sad to say, but it's true. All right, well, Fish Dream says, as a retired dental hygienist, I wish I had $1 for every time I said open. What else are we going to do today? Let's look outside again. Anything going on out there? Nope, nothing. You see the piles of mulch are still there. Again, there's 3 of them. There's another one that's outside the view that's closer to the house. But hopefully soon, we're going to get those moved. It's decent weather, so I'm trying to get my youngest son to get out there. And the wheelbarrow is pretty old. Wheelbarrow. It needs. There's any. And then I said. And then I stepped on the ball. Hi, Zen Ginger. It's good to see you. Boop, 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 boop. Shit, what was I saying? I totally forgot what I was saying now. What's up, TK? Hello, hello. I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. What was I talking about before Zenny came in? I totally forgot. Oh, the wheelbarrow. The bolts, around the bolts, the whatever the resin plastic stuff or whatever is it's broken through. So I just need to get some big washers. The bolts are good size. I just need to get some big washers and it'll last for a little bit longer. It's an old wheelbarrow, but it's, you know, it's one of the I don't know if it's plastic or whatever the hell it is, but I got to get those washers on it, and then he can start working on it. But I mean, he could already work on it. It still works, and we've got tarps out there. He could put the he could put the mulch on a tarp and pull it over. So it's going to go right in the very center. See that White House right in the middle? See, there's like a little tiny path. You can barely see it. A bunch of that mulch is going to go in there, and then there's a circle, and it's just going to be a seating area. Right now, it doesn't look like much, but in the summertime, all of that grows up really tall. It'll be like 7-8 foot tall, so it really hides that area. You can barely even see that White House through all of that. So we want to, we're making a seating area back in there. We're gonna, you know, we'll put some blocks in there and put like a fire pit up on, you know, like one of those little metal fire pits, and just make a nice, comfortable place to sit back there. That's sort of protected. Washers. Why can I hear Skipper say washers? Finders. And then the rest of the mulch is going to go, you see that little bit of fence there where the little plastic tubs are, and there's a little bit of a, you can see the metal raised bed. That's going to go inside of, the rest of it's going to go inside of there to make paths between all of the stuff around the pond and everything. Oinky says, I have always admired your extraordinary wide culinary palate, and to think there are people who believe something as simple as chocolate-covered potato chips are unconsumable. Stupid. Yeah, I'll try anything. See you, Dr. A. Have fun in the class. Counting down the days. My dementia's hanging out. Well, these Batman pants do have a split right on the seam, so I'm sorry about that. Vidra Peters. I like to taste different stuff. I don't really, you know. Fish Class Fish is saying hi and bye, gotta go, but want to stop in and say hi. Well, thanks for coming in. I do like a lot of different flavors, and it's not that I don't have taste buds, like stuff's been burned out. I enjoy a lot of different flavors. I really do. It doesn't have to be super strong flavor, but I do like things that have a little bit of a kick, especially tangy cheeses. I love tangy cheeses. I like those kind of cheeses that when you take that first bite, it almost hurts right here because it's like, you know. Peas and Hap said, I had a disaster on the weekend. My heater in my 55, supposed to be built-in controller, failed and, oh no, that I was growing out such, oh, I'm sorry, Peas and Haps. I am so sorry. That always sucks. It's happened to me once, and then I got those Inkbird controllers, which I just realized I have a few extra of now. Because I only have 3 tanks with heaters in them. There's no heater on the G'day tank because they like colder water. The Bluegill doesn't have a heater. The tank that's over there, even though it's guppies, it doesn't have a heater either. So the 55 and the 75, and there's a 45 over here, that those 3 have heaters in them, and they have Inkbird controllers. But I used to have more tanks, and every tank had a heater. So I was cleaning stuff up here and realized that I had like 2 or 3 extra Inkbirds now. So I don't know. I might bring them to the Clash to give away. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll just keep like 1 extra and give the others away. Had an Inkbird but hadn't hooked you up. Oh, I mean, don't feel too bad. I mean, heaters, I mean, I get it. I get how you feel. And, you know, we're supposed to be able to rely on them well enough, you know, and that's just, it's horrible when it happens. It's horrible when it happens. It really is. It's a bad feeling. You know, I get where you're at with it. I do. But, you know, never ink balls. The Myrtle typos are coming in. The autocorrect ink balls. Who you calling ink balls? Am I like a squid? Did I get scared and no, it's more like a mushroom cloud these days, just dust. You know, that's what happens when you get old. It's just like a little. You have weird hobbies. I found the Inkbird I bought for my 125, Gina said, but apparently I used the titanium element for my saltwater tank when that went out and never got a new one. Gotcha. I like the Inkbirds. I've got the lowest model, the cheapest one. It's usually somewhere between like 25 and 35 bucks. You can usually find it somewhere between there. It's not the Wi-Fi model. The Wi-Fi model is great for people, especially if you're not at home or if it's in an area that's difficult to get to or whatever. But I like having them. And again, I think I think I have 3 extra, so I thought maybe I'd keep 1 and bring the other 2 to the Clash. I don't know how much wood I'll be able to bring to the Clash this year. Again, we didn't have much of a strong winter at all, and that's where we depend on that stuff. The ice holds a lot of that wood on the shore. When the ice melts, that's when you go, you know, collecting. So if we don't have that, what the hell is wrong with that? I don't know how that got moved. Hold on, let me mess with this. If you don't have that big winter, then you're not going to get those, you're not going to get the pile of stuff. Yeah, I don't know why that was moved. That's weird. So I still have some. Michelle went and collected some not that long ago. So I have a few pieces, and I'll still get some more. But it's not gonna. It'll probably be as much as last year. Last year we didn't have a big winter either, so I didn't bring a lot to the Clash. Maybe a dozen. I don't know, a couple dozen pieces at the most. I'll try and get different sizes though. I'll try and get some good big sizes. I did bring that one huge piece for Skipper that he was using for a pond. And and I'll try and get, little nano pieces and just, a good combination. But Brother Dan was talking about that on the Discord, that he wanted some driftwood, and if he can make it to the Clash, which I would love to meet him. He's definitely on my short list of people to meet. And he's not super far away from the Clash. I'm hoping he can try and get there. So, Brother Dan, if you watch the replay or if you're out there lurking, if you make it to the Clash, you let me know. I'll take pictures of some of the driftwood, and you can pick some out, and I'll set it aside for you. I try to get my wood big too. Where is Nathan? Where's Nathan Hovey? We haven't seen Nathan at all today. Are you doing all right, Nathan? Where are you? Where was I at? Whip says I have never had a heater. Nope, I'm not going there. That's just what, yeah. If we didn't keep our house so cool in the wintertime, I wouldn't either. But again, we keep the house at 62 all winter, and I don't put any heat in here at all. The only heat I have in here comes from the tanks. I have like a mustache hair or something that's going up. And I have a little wax warmer over here that actually surprisingly puts out quite a bit of heat. It's 51 degrees. I have the window open, and it's 76 in here right now. And we don't have great insulation, and we have single pane windows. We have really old single pane windows. I'm sure that these are the original windows. The house was built in, I think, 1958, I think it was finished. So I'm sure that these are the original windows. And I mean, we do have storm windows that are good, but still, they're not great windows at all. But it stays pretty decent in here because of the fish tanks and stuff. The summertime is easier because I open up the windows and I get a good flow going. I put a fan right there, and it's, a little bit of Monica in I have that stuck in my head. If a wax warmer puts out that much heat, maybe get a different wax warmer. No, I've had this one forever, and it works great. It's a glass side. Can I lift it? Here, let me just take out the wax. I mean, it's not like a heater, but it's filthy. It is so disgusting. I just realized how gross it is. There's wax all over it, and it doesn't look like wax. It doesn't really look like wax. It looks like, that's all it is. But that little light puts out a surprising amount of heat. I mean, you can feel it, and that's all it takes. This is not a big room. So sitting here, oh, God damn it. I just spilled wax on this other laptop. Oh, well, at least it's on the side and nothing important. Sitting here, I can't feel it. It's right there, but I can put my hand over there and I can feel it through the glass. Was Window Liquor named after Mambo number 5? I don't know. I always wonder where he got his name from. Wax warmer, what kind of kinks are you into? I don't think we have that. We've only got an hour left, Myrtle. So we don't have enough time to go into that. I don't think they're supposed to radiate. That all sounds dangerous. Oh no, it's just a glass, and they're supposed to be. They're supposed to. I mean, that's how it melts the wax. It's just a glass-sided thing. You saw. I mean, that's how it warms the. It's supposed to be warm. It's supposed to heat up. That's how it melts the wax, right? I can put my hand on it. It's not like it's burning hot, but it's still heat. It's still BTUs added to your room. Every little thing has just about, even these USB lights, these have, they're warm to the touch. They're about as warm as that is. That adds heat. Every little thing adds that much more heat into the room. What was I? Whip said something. I know I saw that. I did a pop-up giveaway stream the other day on Sunday. I figured out mostly on my own, other than adding a hashtag, which Stephen pointed out. You did it on Sunday, and I don't normally ass hat. It's still warm. Maybe Rico can mansplain how hot things get for us. Hey, you're the ones questioning it's not supposed to be warm. Well, fuck it is. If you don't want me to, it's not like I'm not saying it's burning up over here, but it's warm to the touch. So that adds the heat, right? That's enough heat in here. In this small room, it doesn't take a whole lot with all of the moisture. The humidity is really high, right? Because warmer air, right, holds more moisture. So that helps. That all helps. That wax would be way too. I mean, it is. It's not. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. This doesn't burn. It doesn't burn or anything. It's not burning up. I think you guys are misunderstanding me. I'm not saying this thing's a heater. I'm just saying it adds some warmth to the room. That's it. Where is the stupid testicle? I think it's my left one. The right one's a little bit more smart, so I would say the left one is. Get out of my head. Hopefully that plant is not flammable. I mean, there's no heat on it. You guys, what the hell? Oh, I hate you all. I foresee buses crashing through a bunch of houses tonight. That's what I foresee. Zenny proved that she was much smarter than me by telling me the Wheel of Loser is just a different button to push, which I didn't understand until I got to the point I could push buttons. Yeah, I did see that you did a pop-up this morning when I looked. It just, I mean, lights aren't heaters either, but they make things warm. Right? That's what I'm saying. Lights put out heat. Even these little guys, even these little things, right? But it's not a heater, but it still puts out heat, right? Am I wrong? I am not wrong. Sundays, I don't watch a lot of YouTube. Very rarely do I watch anything on Sundays. Sundays are the day I just, Michelle goes back to work on Monday, and there you go. When I was 7, I baked cakes with a 60-watt light bulb. Yeah, there you go. Easy bake oven. Easy bake oven. But it was still just a light. If enough women say you're wrong, does it make you wrong regardless of the truth? No. It doesn't matter if it's women or men. Because that's very sexist of you, Jenna. It's very sexist. I have never used Peace Lily in any of the tanks. No. No, Oinky. Pothos is the only thing that I've put in the tanks. I just want to make sure that's true. Yeah. Pothos is the only thing I put in any of the tanks. And there's pothos hanging out of every single tank except for the little 5 gallons here. There's pothos. You can't even see it, but there's some right here on the edge of that tank. That's what this is, right along the edge of that, which again, I know it's very hard to see. There's some up here. There's a bunch right there. There's a bunch over here. The 45 has the best. That's the stem that's huge, just massive. So people are plotting vendenas on 2 testes for the catch game. But I've never done the peace lilies. Never done those. Oh, because I have this huge pothos here, so I just take clippings from it every once in a while and put them in a tank, probably once every 4 or 5 months, maybe, depending on if I pay attention to the pothos in the tank. Usually they do fine. They'll go, the one that's on the 45 is probably 3 years old, and it's great. It's all curled up, and it does get direct sunlight. You can see that's what, right over here, there is a window over there, so there's direct sunlight coming in this time of year. And the pothos is right on top of it's got the polycarbonate plastic lids, plastic. It's got those lids, and it's laying right on top of that. So it grows great over there. But yeah, I just pothos hanging out of every single tank. And I don't do anything special. I cut it, I stick it in the water, you know, I peel off the bottom, just the one bottom leaf, and I put the stem in the water. I wait until the roots start to grow, and then I pull it up out of the water, so the roots are just going into the water only. Because I found that if I leave the stem in the water, the stem will rot, and then it breaks off, and that's all the roots. They go away. But if I just leave the root in the water, the stem is fine, the roots do great, it grows forever. Grows forever. Heather Green. Heather, you are number 1 on the list. Hi, Heather. You are number 1. I am not dignifying this wax warmer combo with any further reply. Nathan streamed for over 5 hours, 2 streams yesterday. He's probably YouTubed out today. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Sundays are my worst days. Sundays are my worst days. Like I said, I don't do watch. I never really have. Do I get any issues with gnats with all the plants? No. No. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, and they're not even super clean. Like right now, there's this right here. There's a lot of, I trimmed it up the other day. So there's a lot of the cuttings right in there, which I don't normally do. I just forgot to clean them out. So I'm just saying it's not super clean, which, you know, also leads itself to that, right? So I got to clean that out, take out some of those trimmings and stuff. But yeah, I don't really have any issues with gnats. But I also have a ton of spiders. So that might be why I don't have a problem with a lot of the gnats. I did clean it up. I do every, you know, I don't know, every 6 months, every year. I just grab the broom and I sweep it all up and get rid of a lot of it. And then I let it grow again. I can see a spider right up there right now. He's a good looking one. He's big. He's a big spider. And he's got a whole corner there. So that might be why I let the spiders grow everywhere up high. So that could be part of why I don't get the gnats and stuff. Enough of the spiders to take care of it. Seems like everything reverts back to the kid. We have a special peace plant from his funeral that was doing great, but really started wilting. Hoping we just need to repot it to bring it back. Gotcha. I don't know too much about peace lilies. I'm sure we've got people in here that do, though. Plot twist: Zen uses 10 wax warmers to warm her house. Jenna, that's good. That's good. And also, when you can't decide what scent to get, different scent for each room. Yeah, I do like the wax warmers because I love, like I get cedar and I get, pine and I get a lot of the woody scents. There's an Etsy store. I don't remember what the name of it is now, but she does this old books and leather. So it smells like a cowboy walked into a bookstore, or something. It just smells so good. I love the smell of the old books. I love the smell of like old leather. That combination, it feels like a very comfortable room where I could just sit and read for hours on a winter day. Sam's really into bee stuff. I replace one with a cool one so I can let the wax cool and pop it out and clean them, or they get dusty. So I only use 5 and they're all on. I will just take this when it's hot like this. You see how messy it is, and I will just dump it into the garbage can and use a piece of paper towel or whatever that's in the garbage, something that's right on the top. And wipe it out. It's time to switch this one out anyways. And it's still got a ton of stuff on it, like it's got a bunch on the bottom there, and it's got, which I think that came from, Michelle got some from, Dollar Tree or something like that, and I think that's what that stuff is. I don't even know what scent I have right now, or where it is. Oh, here it is. It's Palo Santo. What was that? That spider would be evicted if it were my fish room. Yeah, see, I like having the spiders in here. I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. Michelle hates it. Like when she comes, sometimes she won't come in here when they're real bad. She won't walk into the room. Other times, every time when she comes into my room, you know, she's looking around. You know, every single time. Every single time. Geek Boy, what's up, dude? I think that the gnat issue is more of a problem when the plants go from outdoors during the summer and back in during the winter. Back in the winter. I get stink bugs and box elders all the time. I think the cactus. Oh, that might be because none of these go outside at all. These are all in here 24/7. So, yeah, maybe that is something to do with it. Rico Stan's favorite book was Charlotte's Web. I mean, when I was a kid, I enjoyed it, but I don't know I could never tell you what my favorite book is. I'm currently reading through the Robin Hobb series again, the Elderlings series. I've read it before, and I really enjoy it. Fitz and the Fool, Fitz Chivalry. It's a great series. It's got a ton of books in it, but they're separated. Part of what I like about it, there's a skill, there's a magic called the wit. It's not really magic, but it allows them to bond with animals, and the protagonist bonds with dogs at a very young age when he didn't know what it was. A lot of the people around him, though, see this skill called the wit. Actually, it's not a skill because there's the thing called the skill, which is actually magic. The wit, they sort of see it as like an evil thing, so he has to sort of hide it. But he bonds with the dog, and they share thoughts and stuff, so they can, and now he's bonded with a wolf, and they go hunting together and stuff. And I love the idea of it because I love my dog so much, and that'd be just amazing to be able to communicate with him and really find out what Wally needs, what's he missing, what is he, just to make his life that much better. Being able to just read every, knowing what he really needed and what he really thought would be amazing. That would be amazing. Sandman Slim series by Richard. No, it doesn't sound familiar at all. Let's take a look at that. Sandman Slim, Richard Kadri. I don't know that. Let's see if that's something I would be interested in. I'm always interested in books. I mean, I read all the time. Oh, geez. I copied the entire message instead of just the name. I didn't even notice. Sandman Slim. Let's see. What's a good here? Goodreads. That's always, I like Goodreads. Supernatural fantasy by a new anti-hero in Sandman Slim, star of this gripping, gritty new series by Richard Kadri. Life sucks and then you die, or you're James Stark and you spend 11 years in hell as a hitman before finally escaping on a land back in hell on Earth. That's Los Angeles. Now Stark's back and ready for revenge and absolution and maybe even love, but when he first stops saddles him with an abusive talking head, Stark discovers that the road to absolution and revenge is much longer than he expected. Both heaven and hell have their own ideas of the future. Sure, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I will add it to my want-to-read list. I haven't read it, haven't heard anything. I've never heard of the author either, but I don't normally go in for that more paranormal type. I wouldn't call that paranormal, but I guess type fantasy. But that sounds interesting. Yeah, I would definitely read that. I added that to my list. Thanks, Huawei. I'm always looking for those types of things. We have not done a book of form in a long time. Maybe we will today. What time is it? We got a half an hour until Koro, so maybe not today. Have I read the Shannara series? Yes. Not all of it, but a lot of it, because there's so much, right? I don't even know how many books are in it. I like Terry Brooks. Yeah. I like Terry Brooks quite a bit. How many books total are in the Shannara series? It's a lot. How many are in it total? List of all. Here we go. List of all Shannara books. Geez, what the hell? Well, let's just go to Wikipedia. Novels. Here we go. Is there a major list? Oh, yeah. 42? Looks like there's 42 books total in this series. So, yeah, I definitely have not read all of those. I don't even remember which ones I've read. Probably nothing after, like, well, I read The Druid of Shannara. That was book 22. Elf Queen, Talismans. Maybe that was about it. Maybe that part of it was about it. Yeah, I like the Shannara series. It's enjoyable. In fact, I should probably go back to it. Terry Brooks also did that other one. What was it? Kingdom for Sale? Wasn't that him? Let's go back here. I think that was him, right? Terry Brooks. Where is he at? Here we go. Terry Brooks. Terry Brooks' career. Didn't he do... Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. He did a novel based on the book. I thought he was... Who wrote Kingdom for Sale? I thought that was Terry Brooks. Here, bibliography. Let's look at that. Prequel, The Shannara, Dark Legacy, Fall... Magic Kingdom of Landover. That's what I was thinking. Magic Kingdom for Sale was the very first one. That's a fun series. It's a... If you ever read Xanth, the Xanth series, Piers Anthony, right? It's sort of like that, but not near as problematic as the Xanth series was. When I was a very young man in the 70s, the Xanth series was really good to me. I liked it, but it's definitely a very young man's fantasy type. How do I put this? It's inappropriate. There's a lot of inappropriate stuff today. Very, very strong. Anyways, it's a great series. The Magic Kingdom of Landover by Terry Brooks. If you haven't read that, Whip, you should check that out as well. It's not like the Shannara series at all. There's a lot more humor to it, and it's just a great series. You know what, Huawei? One of my favorite books as well, Swan Song by Robert McCammon. You're right. It came out before The Stand by Stephen King, but they have a lot of similarities. And people have said that Robert McCammon ripped off Stephen King, but I think it might be the other way around, because Swan Song was released first, and Swan Song is a great book. I've read that so many times. It's probably been 20 years since I've read it, but see ya, Kevin. I just realized Kevin's leaving. It's a great book. It really is. It's apocalypse. It's just great. If you've watched or read The Stand by Stephen King, this is in the same vein, but far better in my mind. Great book. I gotta scroll up. I want to ask Miko what makes my socks so yummy. Let's see. If you can stomach a little homophobia, the Horse Clan series is pretty good if you like the idea of people being able to communicate with animals. I don't know if I've read the Horse Clan series. And, stuff like that does bother me a little bit, the homophobia and, stuff like Orson Scott Card, Yeah, well, we won't go into that. All right, there's Kevin. The answer to the life, universe, and everything. Discworld series, I really enjoy that. That's a lot of fun. I have a memory of an Etch-a-Sketch. Good Lord, I must have been shaken. What? You have the memory of an Etch-a-Sketch. What is that from? I must have been shaken. Zenny. Mortal Engines series by Philip Reeve. No, but it is... I don't think I have, but it is on my short list to read. In fact, I have it right now. After I finish, I'm only on book 2. I don't know, book 2 or book 3 in the series I'm currently reading. And there's 12 books, I think, in a series. I think there's 12 books in the series. So that'll take me a couple weeks. I do about a book a day, roughly. Maybe a book every day and a half. So after that, I think that's my next one up there, Peas and Haps. Yeah, I don't think I've read any of it. I might have though, because sometimes I forget. Well, actually, hold on, I can look. Let me go back to Goodreads, and I'll see where that is on my list. Mortal Engines. I believe it's on my want to read list. Oh, no, that's not my rating. That's somebody else's. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was like, I rated it, but no, it wasn't mine. Yeah, they're on my want to read list. And it looks like there are 4. Is there 4 books? 4 books in a series. Yeah, those will be coming up right after this one. They look really interesting. I think, didn't they make a movie of that or something, or a TV show or something? I don't know. All right, let's see. There we go. 70s prehistory, Swan Song, and Red One Night. I think it took me longer than a night, but it was definitely was a quick read, even though it's a big... I have read some of the other Robert McCammon books, and they were okay. I don't even remember the name of them now. I remember one... I mean, none of them were the same size or were as good as Swan Song. But at the same time I read Swan Song, I went and read all of his other books, what was released at the time. But that had to be... I remember where I was living. It was before Michelle and I were together. So... because my roommate Joe was also a huge fan of it, and he lent me his copy of it and he said it was so good. So that had to be around 1990 or so. Somewhere right around 1990, I read a bunch of the Robert McCammon books. And I wasn't as impressed with all the other ones. He's in the same genre as Stephen King, but I felt Swan Song was his Swan Song. It really was. It's by far his best books, the opus. It was just amazing. Flogging Molly's coming to town, but they already sold out. Oh, I would love to see Flogging Molly. Ariel wanted to go watch Greta Van Fleet in Buffalo, and the main tickets sold out so quick, but then the scalpers got on it. I hate that. They was like $200 for the tickets after that, and they're normally not near that expensive. I don't think it's from anything. I just thought it was funny, but could be. When it put it past me to rip off intellectual property. And somebody came up with it. I'm with you. What? No. Okay. I thought Justin Fields was traded, but it said the update's a non-update. No trade market has emerged. It's still early. All right. Does it look like everyone has that one? Okay, we're getting there. At the end of March, I will add at least 10 more fish to the process here. I'm going to wait till the end of March because I want to give everybody a chance to catch them. I mean, we're almost halfway through the month already, so yeah, I'll add at least 10 more. 10 more of them. Coming to Horsecat isn't too blatant, but as you go through the series, it's definitely something you'll pick up on. Gotcha. And if it's not, all over the place. Robert Adams, Horse Clans. Let me look up that one too, because it does not sound familiar. Spelling's important. Let's see, where's number 1? Here we go. Coming of the Horse Clans. The coming of the Horse Clans. Horse Clans. I mean, it's right. The coming of the Horse Clans. You know, usually the people that are the most homophobic, you know. I mean, he named the book The Coming of the Horse Clans. Yeah, I've never read this. I definitely have not. Milo even saved the Horse Clans from the bloodthirsty Eleni. See that name right there? It's Ehleennee. Eleni. That's how I would probably pronounce it. But you know what? I wouldn't spend a lot of time trying to pronounce it. It just becomes them. That I know that is them. Does that make sense? I don't even pronounce it in my head as I'm reading it. I just recognize the word as them. So there's not even a pronunciation. I do that quite often with place names and people names that I'm not entirely sure about the pronunciation. I just know that this is their tag. This means them. That's how it goes. It's just easier for me for some reason to know that that's how I do it. If two testicles keeps misbehaving, I'm gonna chop something off. Yeah, but it'll be on you, right? You won't be able to get to them, so you know. Kind of ruined the books for me. I didn't see as a teenager. When I tried to read it later in life, I was like, yikes. Oh, gotcha. Martha Wells, part of the Murderbot Diaries. I don't think I've read those either. See, this is great because I love I love hearing about other books that people are really into. You know, if you go to Goodreads and look for Rico Stan, I'm on there. Goodreads is a great site to learn about new. To find different books that you like to read and to keep track of what you've read. You know, it lets you sort of put your own thoughts. I don't do reviews on there for other people. I do reviews for myself, so I can put my thoughts down. And a lot of times I don't even do anything. I just put a ranking on it, and that's it. So I have read 1,862 books. And I want to read 1,470 books. Although I've got to go through that because there's probably a lot of meteorology books on there still. A lot of my books I went through that phase where I was reading a ton of meteorology books. So let's just look. Want to read 1,470. Great Gatsby. How's that on my want to read? I read that. I know I've read The Great Gatsby. The Desert Smells Like Rain, a naturalist in Papago, Indian country. See, that's the kind of stuff I really like. I put that on my list on October 9th of 2011. The Outermost House, a year of life on the great beach of Cape Cod. I love reading that kind of stuff about nature. Not so much these days, but I was really into it there for a while and read a lot of it. The Curious Naturalist. Patrick McManus. Patrick McManus is a fun read. He's it's humor, but it's humor of like your grandpa who loves to fish and hunt. It's a lot of the stuff is about that. So I do need to clean it up though. There's a lot of books on here that aren't near as interesting to me as they used to be. Although the Adirondacks, I'd love to read more about the history of the Adirondacks. Beautiful area. One of my most favorite places in the world. Well, see, I've read this one, I know for sure. Dune Boy, The Early Years of a Naturalist, Edwin Way Teale. I've read everything by Edwin Way Teale. He wrote most of his stuff in the 40s and 50s, and he would travel to like Arizona. He's a naturalist, and he would describe the birds and different animals and stuff, sort of, like a Attenborough type thing. But it was way back then, so it's fun to read him driving through the desert in the 1950s when there really isn't the stuff that was out there, like now. A lot of kayaking stuff, because again, that was my thing. So I got to clean that up. I think I'm going to spend some time on that and clean it up. I'm really getting back into reading a lot more now. I went for a couple of years there where this was everything. I didn't do hardly any reading. I read some comics. I would read a book now and then. I gave myself on Goodreads, another thing they do is that you can put a challenge on there and you can keep track of your challenge. So I only challenged myself to 50 books, I think, this year. There it is, 50 books. I've only, I've done 200 books in a year. I gave myself a challenge for 200, and I came close with that one. Oftentimes I've challenged myself to read 100 books in a year. I didn't always get it. Some years I did horrible. Other years I got pretty close. Other years I passed it. So this year I just decided to do 50. I thought that was much more manageable. And I'm at 14 for the year so far. So, and these ones I'm reading now, like I said, they're usually about a day and a half. They're not very big. So there's about 12 books in there. I'll probably actually hit my challenge by midsummer, probably something like that. I've never read any Chuck Tingle books. I have heard of Chuck Tingle, but I've never read any of his stuff. I show only 13 people have caught the Pacific cleaner shrimp. Oh, gotcha. It just happens to be the 13 that are here all the time. Christopher Moore. I don't know that name. Let me see. Salty pre-cucumber. What? 2 years in jail, prison. I've read a literal shit ton of books. Gotcha. How many are there supposed to be out already? There's 31, Jay. There's 31. 31 books so far. Or sorry, I'm on books. There's 31 of these so far. 30 fish and me. Let's see. I missed what Oinky said, something about the Dune. Lord of the Ring books are the best adaptation from book to film in cinematic history. Yeah. I try not to do those. Haunted by Chuck. Chuck wrote Fight Club, didn't he? I never know how to pronounce his last name. Palahniuk. What was I? Where is Oinky said something about Dune. Man, it must be way up. Kelly said that she really did not like the books after the first one. I agree. I think I stopped reading them. I only read like the first 3, I think, and I liked the first 3. I think they were pretty good. First one is definitely good. He did write Fight Club. That's what I thought. Yeah. Matt said it's probably been 20 years since he's read. And he said, to be fair, it's getting embarrassing reading Dr. Seuss books at this age. Earth's Children's, yes. Yep. Clan of the Cave Bear, yep. I read that. I enjoy it better when Michelle reads it. I like it. I like when Michelle reads that series because it's motivation for her. I'm just going to leave it at that. And if Michelle's still here, she knows what I'm talking about. But yeah, I did like that series. I read that entire series, The Clan of the Cave Bear. That's pretty good. I enjoy it. I'm at the bottom of the chat. 100 books a year. I'm lucky if I read 100 books in my life. Again, I've been since I was young. My mom was also an avid reader. We always had a lot of books around the house. I've always, been. I mean, I read, I read Lord of the Rings probably in 1972. I don't know, something like that. I've read a lot. I enjoy reading. Some of those years when it was 200 books, I put graphic novels in there, so that's a little misleading. Now, graphic novel, it's usually 5 or 6 single issues of a comic. Usually, that's what that's all graphic novel really means. Like, it's been turned into something else where it means like non-superhero comic or something. And that's not true, really. A graphic novel can be 5 singles from Batman, whatever. That could be a graphic novel. It's usually just 5 or 6 issues in one, or it's a standalone, but it's bigger than a single issue. It's just a bigger. There's more to it than a single issue of a comic. That's what a graphic novel is. But they don't take long. I mean, they take half an hour to read. So there was a time when I was really, because I've got a few. I probably got close to 1,000 graphic novels now. So you missed my Ursharak. I think you told me about that by the Hildebrandt brothers. I will look at that one too, because is it Hildebrandt's from the artists? Graphic novel. I never think of comics. Yeah. Alan Moore. Yes, I've read a ton by Alan Moore. I love Alan Moore. Ton of Alan Moore stuff. Graphic dirty books are even better. Yes, I've read a lot of Alan Moore. Did he do Spellsinger? Was Alan Moore Spellsinger? Am I thinking of the wrong Alan? I think I am. Oh, I am. I am thinking of the wrong. I'm sorry. I wasn't. Yes, I have read Watchmen. I've read his novel. What's his novel called? Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong one. What was his novel? I'm looking it up right now. I've read most of his Promethea. No, that wasn't it. I did not like Promethea, the graphic novels by him, because he instead of calling something by a different name, he called it proto-wolf or proto-shrimp or proto. He always put proto in front of it and bothered the hell out of me. And I know that there was a reason why he did it, but it was just, why not come up with a name for it if it's not the exact thing? It's the ancestor of it or whatever. I can't remember what his novel is called, but Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Yeah, I did not care for that either. Who am I thinking of that wrote a Spellsinger? It's Alan too, right? And he wrote a bunch of sci-fi as well. Alan Dean Foster. Alan Dean Foster was who I was thinking of. Not Alan Moore. Alan Dean Foster. I like him quite a bit. He wrote some sci-fi. He wrote some fantasy. I believe he wrote Alien. Yeah, he wrote Alien. He wrote some of the Star Wars stuff. Spellsinger's fun. Spellsinger's about a guy who, basically a rock star who goes to a different world, and music is the magic and stuff. Lisa, I bought so many. Hi, Lisa. So many books the past couple of years with the intention to read them. I used to read at least one book a week. Now I read one every 6 months. I get you. And I don't buy hard copies of books anymore. I gave away almost all of my books. I took banana boxes filled with books. I had like 5, 6 of them. I gave to just one lady at work because her somebody in her family, one of the kids, really liked sci-fi and fantasy, and that's what most of my books were. And I gave them hundreds of books. But I kept all my meteorology books. I kept all my bird books, although if Eric Wyrock is going to the Clash this year, I think he's going to be going home with a lot of bird books. I have a ton. Probably 100 bird books. But I'll keep my field guides. I like to collect field guides, like especially the Audubon field guides. I enjoy field guides quite a bit, and I don't really read them. I just enjoy having them. I like field guides. There's something about it. I think it's still my connection to nature. It still sort of gives me that connection. So every once in a while, if I see like a used field guide that I don't have, I'll buy it. Splinter the Mind's Eye. Yeah. Yep. Eric and his whole family registered. I thought so. He's going to get a bunch of bird books. He said he would take them. So I've got, I don't know, 100 of them, all different kinds. What else did I miss? I know I miss so much stuff. Alan Moore and I do look a little bit alike. Yeah, a little bit. Issues of what, though? Comics? So they're full-length comics? But not always, because not every graphic novel is a bunch of them together. A graphic novel oftentimes is a standalone that wasn't released in single issues. And then it's not called a comic. So it's a little confusing. You can call it whatever you want, though. You know, it doesn't matter. You can call them comics if you like. Birds are great, but just give... Books are great, but just give them the bird. I will do that as well. Just for you, Matt. I will. I'll be like, boo, 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 boo. Pew, pew, pew. Man. That was a tear. We went... The entire field guide to dumb birds in North America. That's a good one. Not as much as that guy in the kilt at the Clash, though. You two were twins. F you, Whip. F you right in your effing ear. I didn't see it. I really did not. First of all, he had nicer hair. He had that really curly hair, you know. And this last year, he had lost a ton of weight, so good for him. Terry something. Terry McAllister. I don't remember what his first name was Terry. Because I went up to him this past year and I said, hey, now last year, a lot of people said that we were twins. I said, I didn't see it. But this year they can't say that because you have lost a lot of weight and you're looking great. Congratulations. And he's like, thanks. He had no idea who I was or, you know. It was funny. Yeah, he is prettier. He's prettier. I don't think Matt's going to the Clash. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't either, but I certainly heard it from the throngs. You got to get rid of that R in there. You got to get rid of the R in that. You spelled it wrong. And I mean from the word throngs, not Rico. It's not Ico fans. Ico all day. Certainly heard it from the thongs of Rico fans. All old white guys with great heads of hair look the same, pretty much. If you got a beard and long hair and you're old, yeah, you pretty much look the same. You know, they're all Jolly Santas. It's taken a while, though. You can see. Remember when I dyed it? Man, it has really slowed down because, like, this was like, it was like 3 weeks before the Clash, I think, last year. And it's only down to there, to where it's grown out. So it's not. If not, he needs to go to the Clash in 2025 so I can get a masculine makeover. Matt doesn't people, Matt doesn't group, Matt doesn't travel. Took me 5 days to make a 70-mile trip yesterday, and that paid money. Yeah. Nobody has ever confused Rico for me. I'm much prettier. Well, I don't know about that, but you are definitely much taller and not as round. You're stretched out, you know, and I'm stretched out. I'm totally motivated about books now. It's fun when Giacomo Finalde, my grandma and your grandma. I said it. Yes, I stretched out. Not that way, Myrtle. Not that way. Pineapple. All right. Well, 140-mile round trip. I need to make a 240-mile round trip the next few days. So keep pushing. I'm with you though, Matt. I have to go somewhere Thursday, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to it at all. I am very anxious about it on Thursday, and it's not even that big of a deal. So, but I will be with my wife's aunt traveling. It's not even that far. It's probably about a 40-minute trip, maybe less. And we'll probably be there for 20 minutes and then a 40-minute trip back. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, Zenny. I will, Whip. I will look at it. Hold on, let me, I got to reopen the tab. It has been a while. Yeah, you haven't used it in quite some time. And unfortunately, Kalish has been so busy, she hasn't been able to come in because she's got the current one, but she hasn't been able to hang out with us because she's been so busy. All right, I just added it to my list. It's got a 3.29 average rating, 300 ratings, published in 1979. All the Hildebrands. No, wasn't there another Hildebrand? A land peopled by elves and Amazons, wizards, and Gwarpies. Witches and monsters. Ursharak. A land of extremes of beauty and ugliness, violence and peace, which is an epic struggle between the forces of good and evil, which will be fought, a struggle that would decide the fate of the world. It's on my list. Yep, I will definitely take a look at it. What was I going to say about that? Elves. The graphic novel series Elves that came out like in the 70s. And that was really good. They re-released it and then they added some new stuff to it. But I read that in the 70s when it first came out, and it was I really enjoyed Elves. Is that the name of it? Elves? Why that doesn't sound right. Elves. What the hell is it called? I gotta find it. It's bothering me now because now I'm second guessing myself. Maybe it wasn't called Elves. ElfQuest. That's what it was. Yes, ElfQuest. 1978. So it came out in the late 70s. 1978. I read all of those and I absolutely loved ElfQuest. I think I finally figured out how the noise gate works well enough. There's a lot of videos out there. The problem that I have with that is OBS doesn't seem to keep it. OBS doesn't seem to keep my settings anytime I use any of the filters for audio. I don't know why. It's frustrating to me. So I've turned off all the filters for audio. I don't know why it doesn't keep stuff. It might just be my installation of OBS, but it's such a pain in the ass. I get it set right where I think it sounds good, and then the next time I use it, it's all messed up and people are complaining. So I've just stopped. I don't worry about it. As long as you guys can hear me and there's no echo, that's all I worry about these days. I don't even care. It's not like I'm going to be, singing, Hobbit. Hobbit is good. Yep, definitely read The Hobbit a long time ago. But Alishon, that test tickles, that's just a bot. That's my bot. There's no such thing as a wild mocha storm clownfish. Those are just the names that I get from Steven's list, and he just attached them, so they're not accurate. They're just, some of them are no friggin' clue is one of the names. Effing weirdo is one of the names. So there's nothing accurate. And hi, Alishon. What's up, Tom? I like to listen to music and I don't want to torture you all with echoes. Gotcha. Yeah. Hobbit is good. ElfQuest, though, I really enjoy. ElfQuest was really good. It was different. Yeah, if you are interested in fantasy and graphic novels, ElfQuest is definitely something that you need to experience. I read a graphic novel revolving around elves. The lead has a sword that not only kills but drains the soul. Literally everyone dies. Are you sure they're elves? Because a sword that kills and drains a soul, to me, is Stormbringer from Elric of Melniboné, which was just busting chops. So he wasn't an elf, but those were based on the Michael Moorcock series, which is great, even though his name is Michael Moorcock. But he also was in a band called Hawkbringer. Long blonde hair and pointy ears. Well, Elric was an albino, so that maybe wasn't him. But the sword part of it, yeah, Geek Boy. Yep. Elric Saga and his multiverse. But without long blonde hair, he had long white hair. Nothing at all, Benjamin Peters. Nothing. No, nothing at all. I love that multiverse, though. Geek Boy, do you like it too? It's out there. You know, again, I read those very young. Elfish, what's going on? I really liked Elric Saga. Yeah, Linda Worth. Hi, Linda. I do too. And all the other ones, the multiverse. So it's the eternal hero. So it's the same guy, but he plays different people throughout all the time. I have many of them. Yeah, all the Elric. I had all the Elric, all the Hawkbringer. See ya, Steven. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Oh, it's 2:00. It's 2:00. So let's end Hawk Moon. Thank you. Yes, and the other one too. There's a few different series, but it's all the same guy, and sometimes he has the same memories. Even he'll remember his different personalities in the other multiverse and the other part of it, and sometimes they come together to be one person to fight something too, which is always interesting. It's a great series of books, all of it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, I'm going to go. It's 2:00. Coral's going live. I didn't set it up to send it over to him, but Elric, ELRIC, Elric. It's like Elric, the Rick. We'll see you guys. We'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you, Zenny, for dropping the links, and Wax Warmer.